Yeah.
Yo, yo.
You're good. Thank you for joining, first of all, to Socialcast. It's much appreciated.
That's all right.
Just explain who you are and then what you do, and then we'll dive straight into it.
Yeah. Leejay. I'm an artist from Bradford. And just been doing music for a while now. About to have a little chat with Vaz and talk about the next level.
Yeah, man. Talk about what's going to happen in the future, man. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to kick it straight off the back and just talk about, first of all, what got you into music and what age you started.
To be fair, getting into music, it's always been one of them where I've always liked music. It wasn't really the music that I do now. It was never like the music that I listened to and what got me into music. It was more like bass line and like Chavez MCing on a street corner. That was really what I came up off as
Northern
like.
sound.
Yeah, it's like the Bradford Northern sound, yeah. So I just buzzed off that really, and I choose to copy people like at first, like, and I don't mean like copy people and put it out. I mean like just copy people and like just buzz off the stuff really, innit? Like show support.
That's what you do.
And that's what. Yeah, that's what got me really into like liking music and that. Because before it was football, like I was a proper mad football head. Like I never really thought music was going to be really a path.
Yeah, fair enough. So did you ever did you go through that route where, because I think music's one of those things where you kind of move with the time, because music's always evolving, especially in like the urban side of things with grime, and you got now you got your Afro beats and all those type of different variations. So is that what you did when you was younger? Did you first start on bassline and then kind of moved into grime and whatnot, or how did you end up finding your sound?
No, it was more like we was doing grime when grime wasn't really a thing. Like when grime was just up and coming. I remember we used to have my mate Carl, and he'd always have the exclusive songs, the exclusive P Money tune or Gets tune, and like it'd be hard because back then, this is what I mean. I came up off a generation where there were no YouTube, so it was just all off of like phones and sending song. Remember when you used to put your phones together at school and send over a song? It'd take like 40 minutes to do one song.
Bluetooth and red tooth.
Yeah, infrared and that. Yeah.
That's it. And what else? LimeWire as well. You ever used to use that?
Yeah, oh my God, I used to use LimeWire for bare shit, bro.
all the baseline, mate. That's what I use it for, mate. To get baseline on my thing. I used to listen to Tom Zanetti a lot when I was a kid. You know, when he was like hardcore and baseline. With Mr. Snowman and stuff like that. Like
even that, yeah. One came up off stuff like that as well. It were all like I don't know, I was inspired by Bradford though, me. Like Bradford had a mad scene years ago.
It did. It actually did, bro. Especially with the bass line. It was heavy on bass line. Like, what about T Dot as well? Remember T Dot? Was she from Bradford? I know she was in the Bradford cipher that's blew up on King of the Hills, but she has like a London accent.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, you know. I never met the girl, you know, to be fair. Cammy's met her though. Cammy's met her before and that. I used to spot bars with her. This was years ago, but like, but I've never met her before.
It's mad. So what kind of music are you doing now then? Because obviously it's been, how long have you been doing music, man? It's been a journey. You've been doing it for time, right?
Don't know, what's the date? 2020. You could probably say like, I don't know, I've been making music for like 10 years plus.
Jeez, that's mad.
I left school 10 years ago.
Jeez. So what age did you start then? What age did you start music?
I say we started doing music at like 15 because I remember we had this, it was like this, what we call my mate Mega Shanks, basically Order City and something else. There were these two programs that we used to use, and we used this like proper shitty like It were like I think it was a SingStar mic.
Yeah.
But we used to just record on that, and the quality were terrible, bro. But like, it was just something to record on. Like, we didn't know about studios or out like that.
Of course.
So that's how we started doing it, and I don't know, like you say, it has been a long time. Like that was just us messing about. Like I don't even think I ever took it serious until like, I don't know, a few years ago, and still then I don't think I still have took it serious. Like I thought I've been taking it serious, but in reality and looking back to it, it's like, did I?
Doing more.
Yeah. Like I was saying to you the other day, like it's all right dropping 1-2 songs a year and getting good feedback and stuff like that, and having a name and whatnot, but
it's not enough.
Really and truly, what's that done for me? Like, if anything, it's just baited my name out. Do you know what I mean? And not in a great way, because it's not like I'm constantly flooding with music. Like,
it's consistency, man. Like, everything comes down to consistency, especially if you want to get a name and get out there. Although it's very tiring, but that's the kind of sacrifice you've got to be willing to do. You know what I mean? You've got to be willing to put that time in order to get something in return. But that being said, I wanted to ask you, how do you find it being an up north talent? Because there's definitely like differences when you're down south to up north. Like, up north artists do really have it tough, and we are in it for the long run. You see a lot of down south artists, not to like discredit them or anything, but they kind of got everything they need there, or because they have that London sound already, they're kind of already immune to it. So it's easy for someone to jump on the wave, you know what I mean, and get like a following. But up north, it's such like a different, rich sound that no one's really used to or kind of understands. I can imagine it being quite difficult. So, have you felt the effects of that, or have you got anything to say on that?
I think for years, I used it as an excuse, innit? I used stuff like that as an excuse. Like, when you look down to the point, like, I think it's a lot of it has to do with the accent. I do think it's taking people a longer time to grasp onto our accent.
And slang as well. We've got different slang.
Yeah, we speak. Everything's different. Like, everything's different. Like, if we say "what's happening, Chava, mush" or whatever, like, people look at you like, "What? What are you on about?" And I'm not saying, because I don't reference them kind of things in my bars that much, really, but I think I do think the accent's the biggest part about it. But I think within time, that'll come. Like, I remember like it was only a few years ago, people hated the Manny accent, hated it, hated it, bro.
Popping, mate.
Now, man, it's popping.
It is.
Now
But
this accent.
No, I think Manny getting some sort of limelight is brilliant, because it's only 40 minutes away from us, and the accent doesn't change that much either. So it does a bit, actually, but
it does a little bit, doesn't it? Like, you think that, but it does actually. It does sound a little bit different.
It does sound different. Manny's got more of like, I don't know. It is a different accent. It is a completely different accent. But yeah, I think it's a good thing. What do you think of that? Like, especially with H, Bugsy, Tundi, Meeks now as well. All these Manny artists are starting to like blow massively, and I think the reason why they're blowing is also because of the accent and the slang. Because I think it's unique, and people are starting to understand it. People are starting to understand the northern sound. So I can only see it as a good thing. But what do you think as an artist to that?
I think, you know what it is, it goes back to like what we're on about. Like, I feel like accent is a big part about it, but I think like, sorry about that, bro. Yeah, I think the accent's a massive part about it, but I think we're missing something here. I think there's something missing, and I think it's on the business end of things. Like, after being in this game for so long, and it's not shy of talent at all. Up north is not shy of talent, and I don't think we should separate ourselves as up north. I think we should cut that out as well.
I agree. That's my bad. I've even said it throughout this whole podcast.
Same. I've made tunes called Up North and stuff like that. Like, I feel like we need to cut that out. I think we need to start working on a business side of things. I think even with Leeds, like Leeds has got us for years has had like how many sick artists, so many sick
Too
artists.
many.
And so is Bradford, so is Huddersfield. That Huddersfield's mad underrated.
Yeah.
Mad underrated.
So is Sheffield.
Yeah, Sheffield, man, mad underrated. But I feel like they had their time. They've had their like chance to do what they was doing. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of them people have just slacked or they're just not doing whatever. I don't know the ins and outs of what happened with them lot, but like I feel like Sheffield people did have their time and they did have a chance. But I feel like we've never had that like chance.
Well,
but yeah, I think it goes down to the business side.
Yeah, it does. It does. It really does.
I think we need more management.
100%, and not labels, but more like radios as well. Radio stations, local radio stations playing music, things like that would help massively. Which benefits to. I mean, shout out to Marcus Smith. He does that a lot, and Voice of Bradford, Faisal, he does that a lot. So shout out to them. I think that's definitely. It does create a buzz because even when Kenny Allstar came up north, I think even he was like shocked by the talent that he is. And he only heard, how many people was there? About 5. It wasn't even like a handful. So imagine if the whole of West Yorkshire were there, it would have been like mind boggled.
It's politics, and then that's another thing as well. Politics, like I don't know why we have politics in this town. Like,
I've noticed that, and it's even with the videography side as well. Like you see a lot of it's ego and it's selfishness. Everyone wants everything to themselves, but in order to grow, we all need to work as a team. We all need to grow as a unit and build a community as well. I think once we all have each other's back and we start to realize that's the main thing, I feel like the whole thing will just thrive so much better. And then when everything's thriving and everyone's happier, ultimately it's just going to transfer elsewhere as well. So I think what we need to do as a community from up north is, I keep saying up north, but I'm just saying it's where we are based, right? We need to sort out our community. So I think that's the first thing we should be doing. And I think it's slowly getting a bit better because I remember like 3-4 years ago, maybe even, around that time, it was toxic. It was like so separated. But now I think it's getting to a point where it's starting to slowly form together. I don't know what your thoughts are about that, but I can see it a little bit. It's slow progress, but it's definitely progress. And I think that's the way we need to kind of go about things. Like, is that how you see it? Like building a community? I think it works 10 times better.
Yeah, I think that's a massive thing to do, build a community. But I think you can only build a community when you've got something to build off of.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I get what you mean in the sense of everyone has to work I don't think everyone has to work together, but I think everyone has to understand, like, if business is business and money is money, and if something's right, and there's not a serious beef behind it, or there's not a serious issue behind it, why can that not be? Why can these two people not be in the same place, or why can these two people not do a song? And I'm not bringing out any names in
of course
like,
not.
I'm just using for an example.
And this is why I wanted you to come on this podcast, because I knew it was going to be like real shit about the experience that we experience up here. So I'm glad that we're talking about it, because it is a touchy subject and people probably will get into the feelings about it, but it's a subject that needs to be talked about. And that being said, like, what I mean by working together is it doesn't even mean like, you know, having to make music together. It's just about supporting each other. And it's like because I know for a fact loads of people listen to your music and actually rate it, but they don't share it because I don't know why. I don't know why. I can't even answer that question, because that's their personal issues. But and it's same with my work as well. People will see my work and they'll enjoy it, but they don't share it. I don't know why, but they just don't share it. And it's just like it's such a confusing industry at times, the creative industry. And I think it's all to do with ego, and then like they're also scared that you're gonna take over when you're not. If anything, you're gonna give them credit for, like, you know, helping you get to where you're gonna get to.
Yeah, for real.
So I think
For
people
real.
need to take that into consideration, man, and just realize it's because as an artist, right? Here's a question. For me, it's like creativity wins over money anytime. I would rather be making the projects I want to make rather than earn millions of money, like millions of pounds a year. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
is that the way you see music as well? Because I know some people don't see it in that sense. Some people just do it for the money. And well, I know for a fact you do it for the love because of how long you've done it. But what's your take on that in terms of, you know, like working with other artists as well? Not saying no names, but
That, you know, it is that it's very, very sticky, right? Because for years I feel like I've done everything for free,
mhm,
everything, whether it be a show, collab, everything. And I remember, yeah, the first ever tune I did, yeah, and this is no gas, yeah, and I'm not like, it's not like I'm man are ashamed to say it or not in here, but when I were a kid on the come up, yeah, man, like people like Shadow and that, they were sick. Do you know what I'm saying? The man
mm,
threw him a quick 20 bit to get in the studio. Do you know what I mean? And like, I had that mentality from day me that I thought if you're gonna do something with a higher or bigger artist,
mhm,
then you've got to show them the worth in it.
yeah,
So all my time doing everything, whether it be shows, whether it be anything, I always thought, yeah, I need to work myself up to a level where I can charge, I can do that, yeah.
mhm,
So now I feel like I'm at past the whatever stage that he was on. I'm way past whatever stage that was. So why am I not charging? But
mhm,
and then I'm like, at the same time, I want to get my name out there in it, and I want to keep pushing, and I want to just build my name, right? But the problem is with that is that means you're not all in then, because you're not getting paid off music, so you can't invest that music money back into music time. So you're having to do other things
mm,
to try fund your life, your music. Like I'm 26 now, right? Just gone. So I've done all this shit for free. What about if I'd have charged for years? I might not be in any different position in it, but what about if I'd have stepped it up a level and I'd have started charging for things over the years? Would people have took me different? Would they take me as serious? Would they take me more serious than what I am
mm,
now? Like, and I still live with that now, and I still like don't quite know, like, because I have people that don't have fan bases, or have people that don't, you know what I mean, that want me to do something for them. And more time I will do it for free. Do you know what I mean? Because
mhm,
I'm just that type of guy, and I just love doing the music thing. I love getting involved in whatever, so I will do it for free. And then there's so much that you can say, right, okay, why am I doing this for free? And this is a good question for me to ask you, in it, yeah, because I've always wondered to myself, yeah, as a like director, as a film guy, yeah, you have a service to offer an artist, right?
mhm,
And as an artist, you have a service and offer to you guys, right? So like, and obviously, yeah, when we do this, yeah, when you pay for music videos, I'll be honest with you, it's a massive budget. Do you know what I mean? And this
mm,
is what the fans don't see, and this is what like just general people don't see. Like, it's it's all right saying to you, oh, why have you not dropped all these music videos, where? And I'm like, well, all right, pal, do you want me to break this all down for you? I says, my video, yeah, and this has been for a while. Like, yeah, we used to do 100, and I'm not on about you specifically, yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you could kind of take this from a cameraman's point of view and try tell me your point of view in it.
yeah, cool,
And but I'm saying to this guy, look, I've got to pay for a music video. It's going to cost me, I don't know. Let's just say 150, 200 quid, yeah. Let's say we'll
mhm,
take it back a year or two, whatever. So he's charging me 200 quid for a video, yeah. I've got to get the beat and lease it, yeah. So let's just say 50 quid or something like that. That's just for a basic old lease, yeah. And then you've got to go to the studio, yeah, to go get that done. So that's going to cost you 20-25 pound an hour. You're gonna want to spend at least 3 hours on your song, yeah. Even though that's rushed, you're gonna want to spend 3 hours on your song,
course,
right?
yeah.
So you're nearly at that £300 mark already, yeah. You've got to get your outfit for your video, whether that be a crappy outfit or not. It's still gonna cost maybe £50 to £100, if not more, depending on what you want to get.
Yeah, of course.
You might want props for the video. You might want this and other food. So all this is all going to add up,
Doing a
yeah.
podcast.
And then,
sorry,
that's all right.
All right.
So then, when you've done you've got the video and you've got this, it's like, right, you ain't even put it out yet. You spent £500, yeah, for example. You ain't even put it out yet. So you can put it onto your own. What we've realised these days is you can put advertisements on and promotions, and it wasn't really like that back in the day, was it? No, so you'd be throwing a music video onto Link Up TV, yeah, and it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg, yeah. It's going to cost you $250 for an upload fee. That was back then. I don't even know what it is now. I don't even want to ask them. I don't even want to ask them, but. You're talking nearly $1,000 a video you're coming up to. Do you know what I mean? When do you sit there as artists and think, right, what should you be charging for?
What, you mean you or me?
Yeah, me. Like me on that sense. You know, out of that whole scenario, you sit and think, what should you be charging for things? Should you be charging for shows? Should you be charging for video? What should you be charging? Where do you eat in this? Or is it the long run?
I've always said this. I always have sympathy for artists because really and truly you are forking out a lot of money and it takes a while to see that if anything, like, you know what I mean? Because music is an industry where it's one way or the other. And like for me personally, as a filmmaker and music video director, you come to me for my services, therefore I give you a price. So therefore, if the show does that to you, you have all the rights to do the exact same as what I do to you. They're asking you for your service. Therefore, you should charge them. Whether that's 50 quid or nothing, it goes a long way. That 50 quid might go to promotion, might go to studio time. That 50 quid might be cheap for the event, but it's a lot for you in terms of value. Like you can make a whole new tune from that 50 quid. That's like free studio time in your head. So that's the route I see it. But I also sympathize with especially independent artists because it's coming out of their own back pocket. So that's why I don't charge ridiculous prices. And yeah, I might invest in some stuff and my prices might go up in time, but I'll always try to do my best rate for local artists, always. No matter how far I get, even if I'm start working with like friggin' Stormzy and all these lot, like I would still always, if I was up north, do videos for a reasonable price because I get it. You know what I mean? I get it.
Nah, I respect it, man.
And I've been through it myself. Like I've gone through investing in equipment and charging 20 quid. When I first started out, I was charging 20 quid for a music video. Bearing in mind, I was like, my camera was like 250 quid, and then I bought some other stuff. Like that was a debt that I had to pay off through what I was doing, and that took me probably a good few months, which to many people it probably doesn't sound like nothing, but over the time I've kept investing, spent thousands. I probably don't even remember money back now to this day. So I'm always going to invest. I've invested in new lights recently, and things like that, like it. And then I'm going to get a studio and an office and all these things that I'm just always going to fork out, hoping for get something in return. And that's what it's the exact same thing with the artists, but it just takes them longer to see something in return. So yeah, my response to that is if someone comes to you to perform at a show, mate, fucking charge. Like you have the whole rights to charge, and end of the day, they're coming for you for your service and for your talent. Therefore, you know what I mean? So it's like even same with the radio.
You see, the problem is though, you get people like you get these promoters, bro. I ain't gonna say no names, bro, but you get these promoters, that will book you, charge you. You'll charge them, because bearing in mind, obviously, my backstory with this certain person, obviously, he used to charge man for shit. Like, man would bring his studio to my yard, yeah, and charge me for studio. Do you get me? So obviously, so when it came to the other way around and he needed something from me, he wanted me to perform at my man's event. So he's there promoting my name, and obviously he's promoting my name because we've agreed a fee, and we've got, bro, the fee's not a lot, bro. I'm talking between like £100, bro.
Yeah.
And that was for me to perform for like half an hour, for me to get there, get my drinks. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm blessed with that. I'm cool with that, right? I don't even think it was £100. I think it was like £80, bro. But it came to like 2 days before. My man's like, yeah. Obviously, I can't pay for the event and that, innit? So I'm like, if I'd have said that to you in the studio, you took studio out of my yard, you know what I mean? So I'm sat there thinking, right, all right, cool. Let's just allow it. I just said, leave it. I'm not going to come perform in it, because I thought, we'll just leave it there, innit? And, yeah, like, I just get stuff like that, and it's stuff like that's happened a few times where last minute they turn around and they're like, oh, yeah, well, you know, bro, I don't know what I'm making off this event, so... And I just can't be asked with it. But that only seems to be in Bradford, bro. But like when I go out to Leeds and I got a Yorkshire Entertainment Awards and rare, they treat me with respect, bro. And they're like, yo, you're coming from out of town. You come, you know what I mean, respectful, rare. We'll sort you what we sorted. And we keep it at that, bro. But like, set people don't, it's like they don't know how to run events and stuff like that. And I just think, you know what it is?
I don't think that's a bad thing though, bro. I think that's you then knowing who you should work with and who you shouldn't, and who you trust and who you shouldn't. Like, it's trial and error. That's what business is at the end of the day. It's trial and error. I'm going to get these people that do just take you for advantage. But to solve that problem is get deposits, which I should do with me. Well, I've started to do it with music videos. You know, like, get a deposit, even if it's like half. So if it does book, you keep that half regardless. Because at the end of the day, like, you've set that date free to go to that event. So if it gets cancelled, you get to keep that other half that they've already sent, because they've cancelled on you last minute. Therefore, they've wasted your time, because you could have done other things on that day that another event could have got in touch. They don't know your scenario. So therefore, like, my advice to that would be, or any artist that's listening, is definitely get a fee, like a deposit fee that's non-returnable.
Yeah.
To secure you in.
It makes sense, man, because it's a piss tech, man. But the problem is, like I said, there's not enough going on around here at the moment. So it's like, sometimes they're the only people that are doing certain things, and then you're cut out of that circle, whatever. It just, I don't know, man. I feel like it's child's play sometimes, man.
It is, bro. And I think also with some events, if you know it's like a massive opportunity, then obviously you probably know yourself to do it for free, or to, you know, just ask for travels and food to be covered, and that's it. Like, so you're not spending a penny, but you're doing the whole show for free. So
exactly,
it's also about seizing the opportunity at times, but just know who's going to take advantage. Like, you know, when people are bullshitters, especially when you've been doing it for so long. You get it with me. Oh, I'm going to be using you so many times. Can you do it discounted? Blah, blah. I've done it loads in the past. Yeah, I'll do this for this. Don't hear back from him ever again, which is fine. But just don't bullshit to me, because next time you get in touch, I'm not going to do anything for you. You're going to pay the full price. And if you don't like that, look elsewhere, mate, because you've already lied to me once. So that's how I work with business now. And to be honest, I don't even do a discount price. Only time I ever do a discount price is if I've worked with them once, they've delivered on time, we've got a good working relationship, and I can trust the person. That's only ever time I'll do them a discount. And even like the discount won't be massive. It'd just be like a little something to show my appreciation, you know what I mean? So that's that. Business, like I say, bro, we had this conversation 2 weeks ago. Business is tough, man. And when you have no management or no one kind of helping you out, you're going to have a lot of mistakes. And whether that takes you 10, 15 years or 5 years, like, at one point you're going to figure it out. And then from there onwards, everything should start, you know, progressing, because it's going to take a while as soon as you figure it out, because you're not going to get probably as much opportunities because you know certain people are going to try to take piss still, and you know, blah 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 blah. But now you know these type of people exist, and they're just there to take advantage. You're probably not going to get as much opportunities, but you know your worth. So when these opportunities do come, everything that people have let you down for over the years, these people that are coming in that are serious are actually going to pay you, and you know, it's going to do appreciate your time. And when you perform well, they're going to get in the next one, maybe pay a bit more because the event went well. You just don't know, bro. Like, but just know
Just
who's
ignore
serious and
it,
who's
bro.
not.
No.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. I think a lot of people that appreciate. For me, I appreciate any artist. Me, like, I think I express it enough, and like I try help out as much as possible as well. I've given out a few free music videos, and that still baffles me to this day, right? I give out free music videos, and like someone might win it, but then they never get in touch, and then they complain about, you know, paying for a music video and stuff like that, and I'm just like, hold on, how can you say one thing and then when you get a free music video, you don't seize the opportunity and get in touch? Like, it just baffles me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a confusing thing, bro. And I think some people just are fakers and some people are not serious. And I think those type of people, it's fine, but just be true to yourself. Like, fucking sit back and reflect and be like, am I actually serious about this? Because I could have give that free music video to someone else that would really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
The bite an arm and a leg off for it.
exactly, bro. The people would, people would do that, bro. Honestly, they would.
Nah, the real, bro.
But I'm always gonna do it. I've done it like twice in the past 6 months. No, not 6 months. I've been traveling. What the fuck am I on about? In the past year, sorry. Done it twice in the past year. And I've given out free music videos to 3 different artists each time. And that to me is losing as a business. That's me losing out on as a joint for 6 artists. It's probably over $1.5 grand, $2 grand's worth for local artists. That is, because obviously I know the budget. So, but it's just my way of showing appreciation. That's one way of doing it. I don't know. Like, what would you, for an artist, what would you like to see more in terms of all creatives, radios, me as a videographer, and all these other stuff? Like, what would you like to see moving forward for artists, like opportunity wise?
It's hard, man, because you know what I mean. Part of me is on this unity thing and that, but then part of me can't be asked for that shit at the moment. Like,
And I
in
get that.
sense of,
You know why I get it? Because you have to rely on people.
yeah, exactly. And then it all goes back to everything that we've been talking about, and I just think I don't know. Maybe do we need to concentrate on? Do we need to concentrate on more like we said, the management side of things and people working more strategically in this? You know, instead of just let's film a music video, let's do this. How about we have someone we get more management, we get more people where there's a few, like you say, when you said to me, when I filmed that video, you was like, oh, it'd have been really ideal if we could have had 4 or 5 people there, you know, for lighting and this and that. Yeah. And it's what you need in the music thing, bro. You need other opinions, you need a wider range of options and stuff like that. And I feel like artists need a little more backing, you know, the serious artists, like, because I could name you 20, 30 sick artists, bro, from Bradford alone.
Yeah.
But are they on it? Are they on it like that? Like, a lot of people just do music because they want to say they do music, or they do music because they want to talk about rare. There's a handful of people that want this. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And why not the serious people just work together and build something, and then the foundation will come after that because it's been built.
Yeah. It's true. And I think one thing, going back to the unity thing, in terms of not sure how it will work, I think where it comes down to, it's not about what I've realized during this podcast is, like, just had an epiphany, is it's not actually about relying on the people. It's about working as a team, making people figure themselves out rather than, like, because I feel like the creative industry can be very jealous at times, and I've been through it myself, where you look at other people's shit or you see where people are at and you're like, oh, why are I there? Like, blah, 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 I've been doing this longer, this, that, and the other. But I think it ties down to working on yourself. As soon as you realize it's not even about that, it's going to be a unit thing, because you're going to start appreciating everyone else's work. That's what I've realized, and that's what I'm starting to do. I look at other people's work now and I'm like, yo, that inspires me. I don't get jealous of it. That inspires me now. So therefore I'm going to share it.
Harder.
Yeah. And I think that's the same with the music industry. People need to listen to your music as an art form. Therefore, like, when you just let go of the jealousy or let go of the thing where, oh, well, why are I there? Blah, 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 blah. I've been doing it for this long. Like, it's not about that. It's about figuring yourself out. Like, take a step back, man, and check yourself.
For real, bro.
That's what it is, bro. And I think traveling definitely helped me with that. And like, if I didn't travel, I probably would be stuck in a way where I'm looking at people's work, jealous sometimes. Not always, but sometimes.
Nah, we should man enough to open and admit to it. Do you get me, bro? Like, not a lot of people want to do that, bro.
They're not, bro. And I think that's the beauty of this podcast, man. Like, have you ever felt that way? Because I definitely have, bro.
What, where I've looked at like someone else's work and
yeah, I'm a bit pissed off or jealous because you feel like you should be in their position, but it's not about that, is it? But I've definitely been in that mindset.
Do you know what I noticed from stuff like that? It's funny you say that because I still do it every now and then now. And I wouldn't say it's jealousy. I wouldn't say it's jealousy. I think what it is I see it and I think, and this is, bearing in mind, it's got to be hard. Like, a lot of man drop shit, bro, and it just goes through one ear and out of it, bro. I see 95% of stuff that comes out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes through here and out of here, bro.
Yeah.
But, and then sometimes I do hear stuff, yeah, and I think, whoa, what the fuck? And I pull my computer up, yeah, I'm like, right, thingy type beat and that, and it makes me want to go hard. And sometimes, yeah, I come to a block, bro, and I'm like, no, it happens. But then sometimes it's like, yo, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's someone local, bro. That Cole, yeah. You see that kid?
He's sick.
He's inspiring me right now. And I sat there thinking, it was only like a year ago, yeah. I met him at some event in Skipton, and he was just singing in. And I remember he was stood there with his mum and that. And I remember he said, yo, he's a fucking bad boy singer, him and that, to Prince. And his mum were next to me, like, oh yeah, that's my son. And that, I was like, whoa, sick. I said, your son's bad boy, mate, trust me. And I could see he was going to be something sick. But like, and I was watching him for time, bro. And I'm not even like sour that I never did no music with him, because we had a couple opportunities, but like, I always knew he was sick. Do you know what I mean? And he had just like that tone, man. He had a certain tone to him. And I'm proper buzzing for the kid, man. Like, he's showing me that with like the way that he's like promoting himself and hard work and his dedication, it's getting him somewhere. Like, he went on The Voice. He went on The Voice, got knocked back. I don't know what happened there, but obviously it wasn't like it wasn't finally sort of like that. So that side didn't really work. So he came back to his roots and started doing his own thing, and it's working for him. Mm-hmm. And I love to see that, bro. Like, I think it's sick, man.
100%, bro. And like I say, it's experiences, isn't it? That's where it is. It all comes down to experiences, and then when you have these experiences, it kind of makes you check yourself, and you're like, okay, well, that didn't work, so now I'm going to do this. And it's the same with the mindset situation as well. That mindset's not healthy for me, so let me try switch it to this mindset. It all just comes down to experiences, and as soon as you experience that transition, it's like a whole different, it's like your life starts over again. It's weird. It's proper weird.
No, I hear that.
But yeah, man, like, I think you've been in this cycle for a while now. I think you definitely changed from when we first worked together to now. Completely different person. You listen to ideas now as well, which is what I love about you. Like with the recent music video, people might see it as, oh, it's a standard video, blah, 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 but there's a meaning behind the video. And you was willing to listen to that meaning, and you was like, you know what, actually, it makes sense. Let's go with it. So like, if anyone asks now, what does that video mean? We can explain it because there's a whole backstory behind it.
Yeah.
And same with the tune that you sent me. I don't want to say the name, just obviously exclusiveness and that. But with that tune, like, it's two different tunes in terms of genre.
Personality.
Yeah, personality, yeah. But it's still like, I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. But I've sent the idea through basically, and I know you're going to take that in. Whether you want to go with that idea or not, I don't know. But the fact that you are willing to do a lengthy process to make sure the video is right, that's the change, bro. And that's the change I've seen in you. Because we're not just going out in Bradford Town anymore and shooting videos like we used to. We're taking time, we're planning it.
Yeah.
And that's your development, bro. But I think you don't see it, and it's someone to say it for you to realize, like, you've developed as a person and that as an artist.
Nah, love for that, bro. Honestly, I do appreciate it. Like, I feel like with videos and stuff, like, it's been with videos and stuff, like, I think, I don't know, like, originally at the start, I think it when I did Going Home with Connor in it, I think that made me realise that I can do like is it like a narrative video? Is that how I would say it? Like something with a bit of a meaning and story behind it. And when I did that video, it was sick, but obviously that was a personal song, so like the video meant even more. But I'd never really I never felt like I've been making songs that you can put, or maybe, I don't know, I might have been thinking wrong, but I never really thought I was making songs that would fit that type of thing. But I think there's like a couple of songs, like real ones, I wish I'd have done a music video to that, because as well as it did on its own, I feel like something.
Well, there's still always an opportunity there, bro, to be fair, because it's all right someone listening to the audio, but then the video kind of flips the whole perspective of a tune. You know what I mean?
Just so old, bro, like, and it's like, I know to the people, if I deleted it F everywhere and it's a mystery song in it, but I feel like I don't know. I don't make a lot of music like that anymore either. Like I think I went through a stage where even the one that I did with you at Ashford's, like, you know, the freestyle video, like the deep one.
Yeah.
Like I went through a stage, bro, of writing bare music like that.
Yeah, I remember actually. I remember you sending me. I remember hearing a few tunes, and most of them was deep, and I was like, yo, but it's I think for an artist,
everything was dark. It felt too dark for me. Like, and I felt being that person. I like it was shelling me. It was like I was so outburst as a person, but my music felt like I was shelled in and insecure, and I wasn't.
Yeah, and I guess if you're writing like that constantly, it has an effect, I'm assuming, in your personal life. I don't know if it does, but
yeah, it does. It does. Like, I don't know if something goes on today, more time. Like, I don't know. At the moment, I couldn't speak for it at the moment, because at the moment I've got so many songs there. Writing is just a headache. Well, it's not a headache. I take that back. It's not a headache. It's just like
tough.
You've got. I want the right beats now. Like I've got a catalogue here, right? And in this catalogue of songs to come up, yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, so there's 12 videos. What? 12 videos? Have I even dropped 12 videos before? Like, if I type Leejay on YouTube now, have I even dropped 12 videos? And Let me have a look. I'm gonna look now. I'm curious.
Well, that's the
So I've
progress,
got,
bro. Like, are you not seeing it? Like, that's the development, man. Like,
but I need to, it's been strategic, bro. But and then it's at the same time not leaving these songs to waste. I can't
yeah,
be leaving songs to waste, and
okay.
that's another thing I'm doing. Like Summer 18, it was left to waste. I had that at the start of Summer 18, bro. I was ready for that whenever I wanted to do it. I even know when I did the video, I still did. Well, no, it was the day I did the video. It was the day I did the video, and man, I like, bro, this tune is hard, bro. Where's this come from? And I'm like, I don't know, fuck knows. It's just another song in it. It's just another tune. And
That's why it's so good to have people. That it is so good to have a team because, or not even a team, like people that you can trust. So I know if you sent me some tunes, I'd be brutally honest with you. I'd be like, I'm not really feeling this, or I'd be like, yeah, this bangs. Like, and I think it's the same with Striff. Like, if you sent tunes to Striff would tell you straight up, like,
yeah, he's like my main person who I send my music to, really.
Exactly, but you've got that. I wouldn't say a team, but you've got that trust, like that group of trusted people where you can send your stuff and like get a real opinion on it. And like, and the reason why I'm saying this is because you might listen to Summer 18 and think, yeah, it's just another tune, but everyone else rated it. So there might be some tunes that you made last year that I might love, Striff might love, everyone else might love, but to you, you're like, it's old now, it's outdated. And I think that's why it's so important to send your shit out constantly to people because you just don't know what people are thinking.
No, I hear that. But you know what it is? It's what I'm not even gonna bait him out. I'm sorry, CY, yeah, but he didn't like the tune. I swear to God, he didn't like the tune. And Cammy's opinion's quite like valid to me. Do you know what I mean? Cool. Especially with music. And when he said he didn't like the tune, at first I was like,
well, that's why it's good to have more than one opinion.
But that's when it came to, you know, it is I played it to someone. I played it to DJ Hassan. And he goes, bro. He's like, bro. And I'm like, what is like? Listen, this is the tune and that. And I'm like, yeah. Don't worry about that. I've got next tune coming soon anyway. Don't worry. And he's like, nah, this is the tune. And then I did the video shoot, and obviously, like I said, that people was telling me then that it was sick and that, and I felt like I should have done more. Like, even my mind didn't even tell me to put more money in. Like, bro, I put zero money into promotion, zero,
and it did well still. Without promotion.
It got 30,000.
Exactly. Imagine if you did
on my own channel.
That's what I mean, man. The value of promoting your own shit. Like, let's just say Grind Daily would be stupid to upload now. I can imagine like just an upload itself would be 500 and odd quid probably. So imagine you putting that, like uploading it to your own channel and putting that amount of money into your own promotion, or me helping you out and, you know, doing it for you. Like, it's just so much more valuable than it would be on Grind Daily.
Yeah, it is.
Much more valuable because you know yourself, right? If you have a tune that relates to people, you know you're going to get around 20,000, 30,000 views because it's happened. So imagine promoting on top of that, 60 to 100k, easy.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, bro. It's like a lot to think about.
Nah, it's I'll be honest with you, I'm at a stage right now where I feel like I need management. Like that's the key for me next. Management is the key for me. That's what I'm looking to do next, and that's how I'm looking to like go about things. Like, I'm looking to take things to the next level by getting more videos out and try to be as consistent as I can. But then at the same time, I want to get some form of management. Like, I've been sat down with a close friend of mine recently who, like, he don't do music or anything like that, but he's in like a high-end business job and stuff. And obviously he's got his own career path going on and that, but he has got time spare. And I'm going to sit down with him soon and work out some numbers and see if we can come to a deal, see what happens.
Yeah, man, that's what it is. It's just talk to the right people, and it doesn't even have to be people in the music industry, just people that know the shit. Like you say, if if he's got a good job and a good business, then he obviously knows his business stuff. So that's what you need. You need business people now. Like, I think a manager is a business person, really and truly. I don't know how to work and negotiate and stuff like that. So, but like I say, I'm here as well to help through, especially through the videos, because that's my job, obviously. But also in terms of, I always give you suggestions on how to market yourself. And I do it with other artists as well, man. It's just my way of, it's for me as well, really and truly, because I'm putting so much effort into the video. I also want it to get seen a lot. So if I can help in terms of marketing and what's best route, if they have a budget for marketing, then I'm more than happy to help them or like suggest different options and what would work best, I think. So yeah, man, like you've got the people around you. Like I say, I'm always here if you need to talk about any of that stuff.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, there's just so many different routes, bro. I think you've got massive potential. It's just a matter of time. But I think you're doing it the right way now, strategically, and you're taking time on everything through the music, the writing, the videos, the promotion, where you're going to put it. Like, you're thinking about it all now. And I think a lot of artists don't think of that. A lot of artists just think, yeah, do the tune, grind daily, link up, people will know, boom, it's going to do all right, it's going to blow, trust me.
Bro, 1 in a million does, innit? Like, not even 1 in a million, like, 1 in a massive handful does. But you see, the thing is about that is a lot of it is pot luck, man. And at the same time, they probably have someone who's backing it from the background somewhere. Mm-hmm. Like, no one just comes out of nowhere like that, mate.
Like J1, he kind of came, I don't know his background, but he kind of came out of nowhere, but it all turned out that it was because Grime Daily actually signed him. That's why they was promoting him so hard.
Is it? Yeah, there you go. Like, the same with H. Like, he didn't just come out of nowhere, mate. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's been connected for time. If you look at his old videos, he's connected, bro.
He's been connected and he's connected, and I feel like that maybe, you know what it is? I feel like I'm on a good path right now. I feel like the next step is, it could be an overnight thing happening, like real talk. I feel like I missed an opportunity a couple of years ago, and I feel like the next opportunity I'm not going to let slide.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that to sound that as in like, oh yeah, I just let an opportunity slide. I mean, like,
yeah, of course.
I just want more. I just want aware then. Do you know what I mean? I want aware of the game.
Of course, man. Of course, that's what it is. And it's networking, like I say, H, with his network that he had around him, obviously definitely helped him get to where he is now. So I think the more you connect with different artists, the more you connect with different business people, the more you connect with cameramen that know the shit, and the more you connect with, you know what I mean? The more you know, the more people you know that know the right people, eventually it's going to lead to some sort of good cause. Because it's not always...
half the people are shit, man. Like, there's a lot of great talent out there, but there's a lot of crap, man. Yeah. Like, do you sit and think, what? Who am I, man? I'm not hating on no one.
On Instagram, she's called Bryn or something like that. You might know one about. She's a sick singer on Instagram. In fact,
yeah, I do, you know.
You do, yeah, you know what I mean, yeah? That girl, yeah?
Yeah, I do. That blonde girl?
Yeah, she's bare talented. But when she drops a tune on YouTube or whatever, like, she's signed to Sony as well, it don't do the numbers it deserves. And it's just like, I'm just bare baffled by it, Mia. The music industry is so, like, I think the music industry is so corrupt. It really is. Like, it's so corrupt.
Of course it is. Of course it is. It's about whoever they want in at the time. Like, this is why, as much as I don't respect what he's done, like what 6ix9ine does, like the independent side of things.
Yeah,
like he's shown that you can overcome. But obviously, is he showing the right way? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Is he? I mean, that's a story for
definitely. Like, whatever opinion you got on that guy, you cannot deny he is smart as fuck when it comes to business. He knows what the fuck he's doing in terms of marketing, in terms of music videos, in terms of the right tunes at the right time, in terms of beats as well, and all those things, man. Like, he's got a niche as well. He has got a unique sound. I don't particularly dig it, but
He has been.
people
It's
do.
a shame you don't need to like. I feel like personally, because I used to be a massive fan, and like I think to do all that kind of stuff that you're doing, you don't have to like. It's basically screaming out, "Someone touch me!" You get touched, and then you squeal out. Like I just don't respect it. Like in any way. Like I think he's still a young kid that's very
It's like school, isn't it? Where he wants to impress everyone and impress all the big
he
gangsters.
wants to be the class clown.
Mm.
But at the same time, he's playing too deep. Like there's trolling and there's affiliating with real life stuff that goes on, and I just think you just take it too far, pal. Like I like him when he does his crazy tunes, and I like him when he trolls and that bit. And then when that happened, I just thought it's kind of just going back on everything he said. But obviously, that's got nothing to do with our shit and that. But it's just the image that like it portrays off, and obviously the numbers show that you can outdo labels and all that kind of crap. Anyway,
look at Russ. He's been independent from the get go, and he got massive on SoundCloud before anything else. But now he's definitely huge in America. He's not so like worldwide. I know him. A lot of UK people know him, to be fair.
Who's that?
Russ.
Oh yeah.
He's smashing it, man. He's smashing the game, and I think independency in the music industry is the best way. I truly believe that. It's hard fucking work, but it's the return and the rewards are so much better. Like you own you earn everything that you make. So let's just say, and you build your own team, so then you can give them a wage rather than them giving you a wage.
Yeah.
So say like you start blowing on YouTube, you start like doing shows and whatnot. Someone's like, "Oh, yeah, I'd love to manage you. Yeah, I'm an independent artist. I'd love to have you on. This is what I can give you per year." You can set their wage, or come to some sort of agreement where they earn a percentage of your yearly whatever, which I think usually is the most time of what happens. Usually it is percentages, which does make sense because it's like, if you don't make as much tune that year, obviously you're not probably going to make as much. But then it affects them, like you ain't got to pay them. Let's just say you agreed on 100K a year, yeah, and then one year you didn't even fucking make that. So it works better on percentages.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, man, like I say, man, the music industry, I got so much respect for artists, man. It's so tough. But it's also you gotta love it. Like you gotta love the hustle at the same time, man.
That's what no grind worth no like reward worth having was not like no reward worth having, yeah, like is not worth like no grind, you know what I mean? Like you've got to put in the work into the exciting part, because when you have it all,
the relief when something starts to go your way, and then the snowball effect will happen. Like soon as one tune pops, yeah, it's just a snowball effect if you're consistent with it and if the tunes perform as well as the previous one. But most likely that's the case anyway. It always seems to happen. So yeah, it'll pay off, man. And once it pays off, I think that speaks for itself, bro. Once it pays off, it'll just be automatic. You'll be an autopilot, mate. It'll be like bloop, and then boom, 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 boom. Because you've seen the rewards after so long, after years.
Bro, it's so hard though. Like at this age now, like thinking should have done shit years ago. Like you want to start looking at getting, houses and stuff like that, and like.
But I think
I can't do that until I've done what I need to do. But then at the same time, I can't rent in a house for the rest of my life. I don't know, man. This is what I mean. It's not for the rest of my life, innit? That's what
you just need to. I think you need to be present and not think about what shoulda, coulda, woulda. I think it's about being present and what you are gonna do, what you're setting out to do. I think because we are human, have done it before. What if, or well, why, when this happened, why? End of the day, it's just all excuses, bro. And like you said, with using the up north term. It's an excuse. It is.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be looking at the past. We should be thinking about the current situation we're in, what we can do to progress that. This podcast has been so sick. I swear to God, this podcast is so underrated. Let me just say, yeah, because no one's speaking.
Bro, it is, bro. I watch some of them, you know. I'm not gonna lie, because I like to listen what other people from like up north think. It interests me, innit?
It's so underrated, bro. And I think that's one thing I set out for this podcast to be. It's so transparent, where it's therapeutic in some sense.
Yeah.
So people can be so open about how they feel about certain things. And this hasn't even really been a podcast series. It's kind of been just a general conversation that's been therapeutic and speaking about how we feel.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what was on one, man. I just chatting away with me like it was a FaceTime call.
No, it's sick though, man. It's how it should be. And I think we've got a lot of valid points out there. And I think it is the harsh reality of independent artists. Because I spoke a little bit about it with Harrison Mead. But this is like the really nitty-gritty side of it all. Like, we're going a bit deep in this one. But it's what people need to understand and see. Because a lot of people don't see this shit, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you being so transparent, man.
No, cool, man. Who do you like up north in at the moment before, you know, all goes?
Me? In terms of West Yorkshire or just up north in general?
West Yorkshire, not up north, sorry.
There's bare people, you know, like the people that, you know what it is? The people that I work with is the people that I rate the most, because if I don't rate you, I'm not going to work with you, end of. Like, and I know that sounds harsh. And there's some people that I am worked with actually that I do really rate. So let me just clarify who they are. Cole, for example. I've worked with P Soldier and all those type of guys. Trying to think, I'm definitely missing a few people. Denmark Clary. He's so underrated, mate. Like, so underrated. Denmark Clary. I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name right. I might be wrong.
I feel like I recognise his name, but I just don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's very underrated. Same with Petrelli. Like, I know he's gone a bit quiet, but I just know he's making some masterpiece. Just bare people, bro. Like, bare people. Yourself, obviously. Eve, who I'm going to be working with soon. She's awesome. Skinner, she's awesome.
Who's that?
It's a girl called Eve. Which I think you actually be quite good to make a tune together. I'll get you both in contact, man. I think you make a good tune.
Yeah.
So I'll link you both up. I think that would be quite a good link up. That.
Yeah, man, that'd be cool, man.
Harrison Mead and Jamsey, like we have that good bond. That's one question I want to ask you before we do our own things and chip and do what we need to do. When you work with a videographer, do you look for that relationship, like on how you click with that person?
Yeah, because I do.
It's so important. It is so important.
Yeah, I do. I really do, because I've been there, where you see the problem is though, the first time round can be hard, because you can never judge someone by the first time you meet them. Even though I do judge a lot of people, and I do first impressions are everything to me. But I feel like at the same time, I bring a lot of people to my shoot a lot of time. A lot of people around, people you don't know, this and other happening. You might feel a bit like, I know man still come to the shoot to this day, and they don't feel uncomfortable, because they know everything's blessed and that, and they get looked after and that. But like, I think some people take a minute to get into the stripes. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. I think this, like, how do I put it now before I start fucking up?
I know what you mean.
I think there's people out there that could do better if they just brightened up a little bit.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I think some people, I think that's, again, the ego. I think that's what it is. I think some people are even nervous. So that isn't ego, that's just nerves. And and then sometimes it just is ego. But it all depends on what stage they're at as well. Like, I know you've worked with different levels of I like to class myself as a filmmaker, but a lot of people class themselves as videographers. So whatever you want to choose, people that are listening, it's up to you. Anyway, that's going off topic. So yeah, everyone's at different levels, I guess, and so it's hard to judge in it. But I look for that in artists. If I do not click with an artist, like, I find it so hard to work with him more, you know, because when you're not in that, when you ain't got that mutual bond, there's no connection there, and there's no like communication either.
Yeah.
And it's just like everyone's out for their own will. So like, I'll have an idea that I really dig, and then he'll have an idea. So I'm like, all right, let's try compromise. And he's like, nah, it's got to be this way. So then it's kind of like, well, I don't know if I want to work with you now, because you're not for that reason, just because the impression I'm getting is you're hard to work with and you're not willing to open for ideas. Therefore, me as a character, I'm open for things. I'm very open about who I am, my creativity, and you know, I'm just an open spirit. And if I'm not getting that impression, if the song's really good, I'll work with it. But now I'm really trying to look for the creativity side of things, and you know, doing that really big me for my work and my art. Yeah, man. I think relationship is key in everything, man.
Yeah, nah, for real.
And there's only so many artists I get on with,
like
man.
With all, you could have a manager that makes you bare money, but if you don't make it, if he or she, whatever, don't make you happy, and they speak to you like shit, yeah, they might make you money, but they speak to you like shit. They do, you know what I mean? Like, or things just don't flow too right. You're not going to be happy, and things are not going to work. It's like a relationship, innit?
100%. But it is, yeah, it is. But it's what it is. You're building a relationship, aren't you?
Yeah, you are, and it's just more like a personal relationship like that.
Yeah, it's mad.
Or business, whatever, however you want it to be, in it. Like, I prefer my personal relationships to stay personal, and my business to stay business.
100%. That's how it should be, really and truly. Obviously, it gets mixed. Like, it's hard for me because my business is all about communicating with people and connecting. So it kind of becomes like a friendship, but I also have a business to run. So it gets difficult at times. And people sometimes take advantage of it. And it's just like, I get it. Like, I totally get it. Like, you're comfortable with me and shit like that. But I also have bills to pay and outgoings, which some people don't have, which is fair enough. But I think people just need to understand that. That's all. And that's all I ask for, especially if we've become good friends during filming. Don't ever get it twisted and think, oh yeah, because I know him now, I'm going to get it discounted. Don't get me wrong, I'll treat you nice. I think people know that now by now. If you know me, then you know me. I ain't even got to explain myself.
No, I get it, bro. I get it. Like, see, the thing is though, man, like going back to what you said, it's you've got set man, I got bills to pay. You know what I mean? Like, nothing in life comes for free.
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing.
It's about balance, isn't it? Finding that balance, man. Like, and just understanding each other. You understand my business and what I'm worth and what you're getting for that worth. And me understanding you're an independent artist. I understand you don't have the biggest of budgets, so I'm willing to help and compromise, because I know for a fact when you do get to a point where we have this budget, best believe we're going to be making
budgets, me, fam. Don't be lying to the people, man. There, 10 grand budgets I come to you with.
Mate, we would make a madness for 10 grand, bro. We'll make a madness. But it's good though. Like, I love working on a budget, because I think
that'd be alright, wouldn't it?
It would be alright. Fucking hell, telling me. But as a creator, I love working on a budget. I think it develops me as a person, and I just love working on something where you have to think on your feet, or think with, I don't know. I think when you got budget, you kind of just like don't think about it too deeply, because you know you got the budget to work with. When you don't have the budget, or you're limited, it's like, because really truly, you don't really need a budget as long as you're well connected with people. then you're kind of all right. You can get away with it.
Yeah. For real.
But budget definitely does help. And obviously, if you have a budget, it's always nice to pay people for what they're worth when they come on set and stuff like that. Like, but yeah, man, we'll get there, bro. It's just a matter of time.
No, we will, man. We will, and I think you as a videographer, I think you just need to stay patient, man. And I think your time will come in what you want to do.
Bro. I already know it is, bro. And one thing I've learned is I kind of fallen back in love with filmmaking. I've fallen in love with the creative side of things because the last 2 years, mate, I was just money hungry. I was just taking everything for the money. And now I've kind of like gone back into my old roots and start doing it again for the creativity side of things. Like, best believe if I get a decent budget and by a decent budget up north, I mean like 800 to $1,000. Half of that's going to be going in props, locations, bringing people on set, spare other stuff. So, and that's the way I work. And same again, if I get a 10 grand budget, the same principle, I'm going to be putting it up, most of it back into, you know, the production, because that's the art of this business.
Nah, for real, bro. Nah, you're right, man. You're right, and I loved it. I loved that you're thinking about putting back into the video instead of being like, right, well, yeah, this is my P for this year. By the way, if you want an extra million man, then it's going to cost you an extra million man. You know what I mean? Like, you're already sat there thinking, yeah, right. Do you like this jacket, by the way?
Yeah, that's sick.
Right. Thought I'd just exclusively put it on before the end, you know what I mean? Like, woo,
that looks cool. Bro, I'm telling you now, I need you to read Bad Vibes video idea, because as soon as that lands, it's hard to explain it on paper sometimes, though, because when you read it, you might think, oh, yeah, I've seen similar stuff to this before, but the way I vision it in my head, you haven't seen it before, bro. It's just hard to put it on paper at times.
Okay.
Yeah, just bear that in mind when you read the idea. Yeah.
No, I will, man. I will, and I'm gonna. Do you say you send it to my email?
Yeah, email, or I can just send a link through Instagram. I found the easy way to do it. You just share the link. So whenever I share the link, anyone can see it rather than send it through email, because sometimes it don't work. So I'll just do it through Instagram, so it's easier to look at as well. You can check it on your phone.
Yeah, no, that's calm, bro. I'm thinking we need to get on the ball with that at some point. Like, this is what I mean. It just goes back to all them. Like I said, there's like 12 videos ready in place, ready to start like getting on the ball with, and I'm in the middle of like fucking buying outfits and rare tear. And I'm trying to
that you got on. Is that like a full tracksuit? That you could definitely use that for a music video.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This one's covered this year, but I've got another one, So I've got this that's like all these different colours, and then I've got another one that's same in black and white.
Black and white looks sick.
Not got to shoot for that one yet.
Sick. In fact, the outfit is all black out, to be fair, on that video, so it actually might work.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I think it's funny now because we're talking about music video ideas. This is anyone that's got this far, which I probably doubt it, but if you have got this far, this is the process that goes through music videos, like thinking about costumes and shit like that. It's sick, man. I love the process.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not thinking about costumes, everything, bro. Like, what am I going to wear for this shot? What am I going to wear for that? See, I'm slacking on hats, me, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, I used to be the hat man, and then now I ain't got no hats. I got a hat shelf. They're all old.
Yeah, but you could reuse them, innit? Because it's been a while. Bring them back. Revive them, innit? It's like COD when fucking guys down, you got to revive them.
These hats are dead up now, pal.
Nah, you can revive them. With the right outfit, you can revive them.
Nah, I ain't reviving these, I'm telling you.
All right, well, let's call this a fucking end. I mean, let's just call it here. Let's just sign out.
Yeah, no worries, man. Well, yeah, man, sick.
Been a pleasure, bro. Honestly, it's actually been such an insightful podcast, and I hope people actually listen to the majority of it, because especially the middle section, because there was a big chunk there that was very valuable information that I think will relate to a lot of people.
Yeah, for real.
It was more of a conversation than a podcast. You know, like podcasts are usually like interviews, learning about people. I felt like this was a conversation that a lot of people have off camera.
Yeah. I get that.
So I'm glad we talked about it, bro.
No, I was sick, man, and I'll probably see you Saturday anyway, man.
Yeah.
But just I'll see you Saturday, man, and we'll just go from there, bro. And yeah, thanks for having me on, G.
No problem, man. Anytime.
And I will see you very soon, my pal.
See you soon, bro. Take it easy.
See you, bro.